Assalamualaikum and a very good day I wish to everyone. My name is Nurdiana binti Ramli. I'm from IPG Campus Bahasa Antarabangsa, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The title of my research is using the family tree chart strategy to improve the use of personal pronouns among Year 2 pupils. This study was made possible through a process of diagnosing and recognizing the relevant issues that occurs among the pupils that I taught in my practicum phase 2. Among my Year 2 pupils, I was able to recognize their difficulty in using the correct personal pronouns. My pupils faced difficulty to understand which personal pronouns that they must use correctly. Not only that, the tendency of the pupils to speak in Malay is one of the contributing factors for their difficulty to understand the concept of personal pronouns. Nonetheless, regardless of how crucial it is to be able to use the correct personal pronouns, pupils still find it difficult to refer to a person by substituting a noun with the correct pronoun. This can be linked back to my experience on teaching and learning. The pupils' tendency to use their first language, L1, in the classroom has constrained them from making necessary improvement in acquiring the second language, L2, because of the differences in sentence structure and grammatical rules. In this case of my research, L1 is Malay and L2 is English. Pupils are heavily influenced by the internalized grammar of their mother tongue, hence resulting in difficulties to grasp the grammar rules of the second language. In this research, as I said earlier, the pupils are conditioned with the absence of personal pronouns in Malay language as they struggle to use the correct personal pronouns in English. According to Setia in 2019, it is proven that pronoun is an aspect of English grammar that Malaysian students frequently struggle with. Therefore, the objective of this study is improving the use of personal pronouns among Year 2 pupils through the use of family tree chart strategy. This objective has helped me to derive two research questions for this study. The first one is how does family tree chart strategy can help Year 2 pupils to use personal pronouns correctly? And the second one is how does the use of family tree chart strategy can enhance pupils' confidence in using personal pronouns while speaking. This study and the relevance of this issue is supported by various reviews of literature that mentioned on the importance of using personal pronouns correctly. First of all, Izan in 2007 described that personal pronoun is an important part of pronoun. This is supported by Guigan in 2011 that explained pronoun is a word used as a placeholder of a noun, noun phrase, or a different pronoun. Unfortunately, Setia in 2019 has proven that pronoun is an aspect of English grammar that Malaysian students frequently struggle with. This led to the backbone of this study, as according to Evans in 2003, it is highly critical to ensure pupils are able to produce cohesive and coherent sentences with the correct use of personal pronouns to convey meaning with clarity. Reviews of literature has also provided me with concrete reasoning on choosing family tree chart strategy as my intervention in my research. First of all, Michelle in 2019 demonstrated that family tree charts are a particular type of visual representation that can serve a wide range of purposes. Now, these purposes are often overlooked in the classroom and also teaching and learning because teachers and educators fail to explore the possibility of the benefits that family tree chart approach or strategy can benefit our students. The wide range of purposes mentioned by Michelle can be benefited across a variety of fields, particularly in education, like I mentioned just now. Family tree chart is classified as a part of visual aids that will help to enrich the pupil's learning process. Thus, it is important to use family tree chart strategy to enhance the pupil's correct use of personal pronouns. In 2018, Patterson, Balague, and Alibeck supported the use of visuals in classroom in making the students more engaged and sensitive to the content provided, as more meaningful context is given to them and the topic is something that is personal to their own self. Conclusively, the findings from a research carried out by Nora in 2017 showed that pupils absorb more content and showcase more participation in lessons that uses visual aids. I will explain further in my presentation on how this family tree chart strategy has encouraged them to voice their opinion and also at the same time be able to grasp the concept of personal pronouns better. Therefore, these reviews of literature has ensured me that my research issue and the intervention that I chose to be implemented is relevant and valid to be explored further. As a researcher, the finding of this research through the methodology that I chose has allowed me to see a clear comparison between the test score before and after the intervention was carried out and also the acceptance of my participants towards the family tree chart strategy. In general, the participants showed improvements in the total score and the mean score of the post-test. Mean score was calculated to compare the improvement among the participants due to the small size of the research sample. Participant E achieved the highest jump in score despite of his low proficiency in English because he paid attention and he was interested in the family tree chart intervention. On the other hand, the table showed that participant C was the only participant who experienced a decline in her score due to several factors, and her result was not reflective of the whole sample. One of the journal entries recorded on December 27th has explained that participant E in particular was very interested in the family tree chart today. He asked whether he can color his family tree after he finished drawing. Participant E also asked on the size of the tree that he should draw. This showed participant E's acceptance with the family tree intervention, and he enjoyed the lesson as he was able to understand the correct personal pronouns correctly at the same time. On the other hand, participant C showed refusal and also dismissive behavior during the lesson. The third methodology that was used in this research is observation checklist. It was carried out to report on whether the family tree chart strategy is influential on the behavior pattern and the participants' attitude towards learning personal pronouns. The checklist, as showed in the graph, showed that more participants are paying attention, eager to listen to explanations, increased participation, able to distinguish between personal pronouns, and they were more confident to use English during the lesson. Among the pupils who were more confident to use English during the lesson, participant C was the only one who did not showcase such behavior, and this was reflected in her test score, which declined during the post-test compared to the pre-test. This particularly showed that their behavior, their attitude, and also their acceptance towards the family tree chart strategy is reflected in their test score, as most of them showed improvement in the scores that they achieved. The findings have concluded that the family tree chart strategy was able to help the pupils in improving the correct use of personal pronouns to a certain extent. The improvement among the pupils showed that the intervention was beneficial for their learning progress. This research was carried out in the hopes of providing another dimension towards enhancing grammar learning among pupils. With that, I thank you.